Oh, no, wait. Now I'm ready, girl. At 110 freaking degrees here in Texas.
You know what? This is just disrespectful, Becky. It is. It is.
I mean, damn it, it's hot here. It's so freaking hot.
It ain't right.
I kind of feel like COVID. Like I'm scared to go outside. Like, oh my God, it's so hot. Like, what am I going to do? I can't be out in it. Stay inside.
Bad.
Stay inside.
It's bad.
Oh, let me tell us about that little fancy glass you have.
You like that? Look at my little boo.
It's so good.
Ain't it cute?
It's so cute.
I like it.
Let me see. Here's mine. It's very similar to the one you had the other day. Mine's not. Don't have.
I know,
jewels.
but yours is purple.
It is purple.
I like the purple.
Kind of like it. I'm so ready for Halloween.
The purple one.
I'm so.
Me too.
I know. I'm like in it. Let's decorate. It's like no. Oh, I want to shout out on my earrings. I don't know. I think they're. I don't know what they are. But because we're going on a road trip soon and we're going up to Alton, I bought these at one of the local vendors up there. So shout out to Alton. Support the locals when you're out on your travels of paranormal people.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God.
So what are we talking about today? I know.
Oh, do we even say it? We've had some good subjects, but this might be one of my favorite ones.
Y'all. All right, y'all.
Y'all.
No, this place is no freaking joke. We are talking about the extremely haunted, scary as crap.
Yeah.
Bobby Mackey's Music World.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Wilder, Kentucky.
So with that being said, Beck, grab your glass. All our clinksters, grab your glasses.
Yes.
Let's cheers to not getting scared to death on this episode. And just I don't know, man. It just brings back memories. Y'all, I had such an experience there that y'all are gonna hear about, but it screwed me up for 2 weeks. I'm not even lying. So
let's give a quick shout out to Dalen Spratt because we're all shifters. We love Dalen. And so you guys that are following and hanging with Lisa and I, and you better have your damn glasses. We have to remind you every week. You guys are our clinksters.
You're our clinksters.
I know y'all love that.
I love it. I do. I love it. I'm a clinkster.
Clink, clink.
Would you like to be a clinkster too? Oh,
yes.
Clink, clink, y'all.
Clink,
Let's get into it.
Let's have a drink. All right. Well, shit. I just spilled that all over. I was trying to be so fancy. I swirled it around and it flew right out. Give me just a second. Okay. My leg is very wet. Keeping it real, people. I got a mess. Okay.
I can't take you nowhere.
It's on my boob and everything. Good Lord. Okay. All right, Lisa. This was a fabulous trip. This was, y'all, we hit Waverly and Bobby Mackey's all in the same road trip. So it was
We
wonderful.
had a group of folks too.
Shout out to everybody. Oh, we love y'all. Y'all were so fun.
I love all of those people.
It was so good. It was so good.
It was good.
So
God, it was good.
Let's get into it right off the bat. Let's just put up pictures, whichever one you want. I don't care. I just want to talk about the outside of this place for just a few minutes. Just 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, here's one.
Okay, that will work. That is on the side.
But this is really the best.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that. That's the back of the building.
Let's go with
and
that.
That's a train track there. So you were in a different car from me at the time. And
yes,
I don't know how you felt, but I can literally tell you the parking lot It's a different spooky than the Conjuring house. It was just a different vibe. But you pull up into the
Oh yeah.
parking lot. Yeah, did you feel that? Like you just know shit's gonna go down. Yeah, that right there. Let's just hold it right there. Okay. This is how what you see when you're parking your cars. This is how everybody's cars face. You see the side of the building and then you see the railroad track. So you know how people, you're sensitive and you get visions and all of this, and that we all have it. We all can get better at it and all this stuff. Girl, there is just something so evil, scary, whatever you want to call it, about that damn railroad track in the back that I
It's
just feel
something
like,
sinister back there.
yes, sinister. Yeah, that's a good word. Like, I could just see murderers hopping on and off that damn train track right there because it doesn't go fast. When the train came through, it was slow. Hopping off, getting drunk as hell, shooting somebody, get back on the train. They're gone. Like, I just thought the outside totally set the mood for what was going down on the inside.
You know, one of the girls that was in the car with me, her sister is a sensitive, and she had her sister on the phone, and her sister said that there was something dark lurking in those woods, that she sensed
Oh,
it through the phone.
yeah.
Through the
I mean,
phone.
just looking at the woods, you're like, yeah, shit went down behind that bar.
It
That
did.
was shady.
It did. You know that. Well, you know, it just wasn't right. It just
No,
wasn't. It wasn't right at
yep.
all.
It was off. It
And
was
I
off.
mean, the history of the place. I have no doubts that there's dead bodies in that field.
Oh, hell yes. For
No
sure.
doubt. So the history. You want to hear the history?
Yes, let's hear the history.
So it was originally the site of a slaughterhouse in the 1800s. Rumors have it that the owner of the slaughterhouse was a greedy man, and he would dispose of anything if the price was right. Anything or anyone.
Damn greedy man.
Yes. Damn greedy man. So the slaughterhouse closed. When it closed, it sat vacant for many, many years. So the vacant old slaughterhouse was the perfect place for people to do unsavory acts, such as it's rumored that the basement was a site where people would go and for satanic rituals and such. So there's been
We've
like,
dealt with that, haven't we?
yes, yes, we have. An entrepreneur by the name of Buck Brady purchased the property in 1930s, and he transformed it into a nightclub. It was called the Primrose Club then, and the club was soon taken over by the Chicago mob. And Brady was so heartbroken over the loss of the club and how it all transpired and what went down that he ended up committing suicide inside the club. He killed himself.
There's a lot of death tied to this location. No
A
doubt.
lot of death. So under the new mob ownership, the club was renamed the Latin Quarter. And if you remember, the LQ is still in the floor. Yes. They had in the floor. I don't think we have a picture of that.
Nope.
So
I don't know if we even took a picture, but I do remember the lady telling us about it.
Yeah, I think I might be able to get a picture from one of the other girls, but yeah, the LQ is still there. You could see it in the floor where they put LQ for Latin Quarter. So it became a hot spot for gambling and prostitution. And then the club was shut down in the 1950s. So the club underwent another renovation when it became the Honky Tonk that it is now, which is Bobby Mackey. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It became Hard Rock Cafe, not associated with the Hard Rock that we know of today. The Hard Rock was a rough place there, and there was a string of fatal shootings and violence throughout the 1970s, and eventually the Honky Tonk was shut down by the authorities. They shut it down because it was too rough. In 1978, a country singer by the name of Bobby Mackey purchased the property. Old Bobby Mackey. He completely renovated it. He installed a large dance floor and a mechanical bull, and we love that mechanical bull. I loved it. Let's see. He wanted it to be like,
excuse me.
See, there it is.
It is so cool.
It is. So he wanted it to be kind of like a Gillies, is what he was trying to do. So Bobby Mackey Music World was born when he did this. It wasn't long before the customers and the staff started seeing strange apparitions and paranormal activity inside the building, though. And I mean, obviously, all the stuff that transpired there.
Sure.
I'm going to say, yeah. The first spirit that was seen was a woman by the name of Johanna. And Johanna was the daughter of the mob boss who managed the club in the 1930s. She had an affair with Robert Randall. He was a former singer who performed at the bar at the club, and she became pregnant. When her father found out that she was pregnant, and what had been going on, Robert Randall mysteriously disappeared. So, wonder what happened to him.
Yes.
Johanna was heartbroken, and she committed suicide in the building.
Again, another death.
Another suicide, too, at that. So they say her ghost is still seen wandering around the nightclub, and people smell her signature rose perfume. So I guess maybe I wonder if that's why the club was named Primrose, after like his daughter.
I don't know. Maybe so. Huh. That's one thing we didn't experience. Well, I don't remember smelling rose perfume. I don't think we encountered that.
No, I don't think we did. I did not. I don't remember that. I don't. So maybe somebody else did, but I don't. Yeah. I didn't. Bobby Mackey even wrote a song about Johanna.
Yes, he did.
And her lover. Yeah. So.
And it's a ghostly song. Are you still here, Johanna?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
He makes, I don't know the exact word, but there is a reference that he's not going to validate he's seen the ghost. It's something like, I'm not going to say for sure, Johanna, if I've seen you here, Montana. I don't know.
Montana.
It's something that he's alluding to. He has seen it, but he doesn't want to say he's seen it.
Now some may not believe it, and I won't say it's true, but some of us have smelled your rose perfume. Johanna, Johanna, are you really here? Looking for your lover after all these years. Johanna, Johanna, are you really here? Has your lover returned after all these years?
So, it's not a place. I mean, too many stories and too many accident things have happened in there with ladies that are pregnant. I think it's a thing. Ladies, don't do it. Just look, when you're pregnant, we even talk about it at the bridge. There's a place down around the bridge that we have to ask if you're pregnant, we're going to ask that you stay up here and you don't go in this area.
Yeah.
When you're talking about your unborn baby, like, I know all moms feel that way. Don't chance anything.
No.
It don't matter what it is,
Nope.
If you chew gum and it's going to cause cancer or something with your baby, don't chew gum. I don't know. Don't do it.
No, for sure.
I got to sit on my feet. I
was like, where are you going?
Shifting.
Speaking of, I just since you shifted, I want to remind everyone they need to be looking in the background.
Yes,
for possibly something new, and to send us that email to let us know if you spot it, so you can get your prize, because there is something new back there.
There is, and I would say the last 3 or 4 times my lights have flickered. And again, y'all, it never does happen during the day. Something. Just always something.
Yeah, that is true.
So while you have that bull picture up, show the original bull picture.
Are you talking about?
It's getting hotter in here.
Are you talking about this one right here?
Yeah, not that one.
That right there. That's where John Travolta's ass sit, right there.
I can't say for sure, but I might have grabbed that bull's ass just in passing.
Weird.
Because I knew whose ass had been on it. I couldn't validate that I groped the bull, but I might have.
So y'all, the reason she's saying that, and we're saying that's where John Travolta's ass sit, is because this was the bull, the mechanical bull that was in the movie Urban Cowboy.
Yes, the original one that he rode.
Yeah. The real actual one that he rode, he was on.
And it's kind of sad. It's dirty, it's dusty, it's in an oak corner.
It's just down there.
Like, that's John's ass, man. Let's be respectful.
Let's be respectful.
Put it somewhere else.
No, look at Becky. She was so excited to be there.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
I'm such a prissy pod right there.
Look at you. Oh, fancy. That's a cute picture. I like it.
Oh, thanks.
So there's another spirit at the club too. It's the ghost of a murdered woman by the name of Pearl Bryan. She was found decapitated on a farm near Newport, Kentucky in 1896. Now, how she ties to that location, I don't know, but they claim that she's there.
Well, it's only like a couple miles down, right?
Yeah, but why? Maybe she frequented it as a club, or maybe she worked there.
Well, maybe she needs something to drink. Maybe you get thirsty on the other side. I don't know.
Why not? Go get your fancy glass and let's go.
Right.
Yeah. So there was a guest at Bobby Mackey's that claimed to have been attacked in the bathroom by a spirit, also by a spirit that was wearing a cowboy hat. I wouldn't have mind seeing that. I like a cowboy every now and then.
Me too.
So the customer attempted to sue Bobby Mackey's, forcing Bobby Mackey to end up putting up this sign by the front door. Literally. It's a warning to his patrons that says this establishment is reported to be haunted. Management is not responsible and cannot be held liable for any actions of any ghosts or spirits on these premises. I remember seeing that going in, and I was like,
First, it's cool as hell that they have a sign saying that. I'm sorry.
Is cool.
It is
cool. It really is. And that they just claim it. They're like, yeah, there's some damn ghosts here. Come on in. Come on.
Sit down, have a drink.
Come on in, have a drink.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, I thought that when we got there and I saw that sign, I was like, what? I have never been to an establishment that had that actually says this place is haunted.
I know. It's cool. It's cool as hell.
But I mean, he tried to sue him for $1,000.
Oh, I don't know if Bobby could handle that. That's a rough one. $1,000.
That's a rough one.
And how do you prove it in court? Just asking.
How do you prove that you were attacked by a ghost wearing a cowboy hat?
Yeah.
I mean, did he leave
like
sperm
what
marks
evidence
in you?
do you have?
He spurred me, and look, right here, I got a spur. I got a bruise.
You got some ghost DNA. You got something, man.
It's crazy. So the basement of the club is, you know what, Beck? That basement. We went down there on the tour when she was giving us a tour of the place. That's our tour. There I am in that pink shirt right there.
Lisa.
Y'all forgive me. I was chunky back then. I was. So that I didn't go back down there. I did not. You didn't either.
No, but I went not for ghostly reasons, because the lady talked about the vagrants, the homeless people, how they literally had just ran a person out the weekend before we got there. Okay, give me all your ghosts you want. I can't do the real people thing. Like,
I've said it before, and I will say it again. I am
out on that.
Way more scared of the living than I am the dead.
Hell yes.
Until I'm sitting by myself.
Living people are crazy.
And I'm probably terrified. So down there in the basement, when it was a slaughterhouse, that what we call the well is actually the original drain for the slaughterhouse.
Yes.
So it's where all of the blood and all the guts and all the ick and everything would go down. So it's that other person was disposing of anything that you would need to be disposed. Right. And it's just downright creepy down there, y'all. Look at that.
And you guys, it's no longer even on, but the Portals to Hell
Yeah.
did a super cool episode on that well. You guys go back, look it up on YouTube, however, maybe Netflix. I don't know who. But
I think you can find it pretty much anywhere because this thing is just,
it's creepy.
So let's talk about Carl Lawson.
Let's talk.
So Carl, whenever they were doing the renovations, when Bobby Mackey bought it and he was doing renovations, Carl walked in and just said, "I want to work here. I want to be a caretaker for here." So they hired him. He was the first person hired at Bobby Mackey's.
First employee.
The first employee at Bobby Mackey's. And Carl lived in the apartment upstairs, and his apartment, this is it right here. He lived inside the club in the apartment upstairs. And he said that he kept having dreams of this woman telling him he needed to go down and dig. And he finally started going down, and he dug, and he is the one who actually uncovered that hole. He dug in that hole.
The whole Carl thing is legit. There's so much that happened and went on with the poor man from the day he started till he passed away.
Yes.
Yes. We don't have enough time to get into it, but if you're looking for a good read, go look up Carl Lawson at Bobby Mackey's. And
they've even written books about him. After he dug up this hole, it's said that he actually opened up a portal to hell. And he started seeing things with glowing red eyes. And he ended up becoming possessed.
Yes.
And Bishop James Long came in and performed an exorcism on him. And there is video footage of that.
Yes, there is.
That you can actually go out and watch that video of his exorcism being performed. And they performed the exorcism inside Bobby Mackey's.
They did.
And inside the building. And that is where they performed that exorcism. When we first started lights down and we started to do our investigation, if you remember, I said, "Who's back over there? I just saw somebody walk by." And you were like, "Nobody's over there." And I was like, "No, somebody's back there. I just saw him walk by." And I got up and I went over, and there was no one back there.
Yeah, the shadows and things that move in that place are unbelievable.
That was what I saw. Wasn't even a shadow. It looked like a full body person, and then I saw it again.
Yeah.
Here's you had
creepy stuff.
Well, you had your own too. We were sitting at the table doing like an EVP session, and y'all, Becky just, you know how when someone's going to walk behind you and there's tables and chairs that are backed up to each other, she went to pull her chair up because like someone was trying to get by her. And I remember your face because you were just like, "What?"
I thought it was Mark.
You
thought it was one of our guys there.
Yes, you did. And you saw it. And I said, "I told you I've been seeing full body people."
And I think somebody actually caught it on film of me scooting that chair up and nobody's behind me. But in your provision, what is it called when you see it off the side?
Peripheral vision.
Yeah, that word.
The peripheral vision.
Yeah, I could see somebody walking like, okay, I'm going to have to move my chair. They can't get in. But it was creepy. Yeah.
At that same time, I have EVP recording of you talking about, you're telling Mark that you thought he came, you were telling him about, and I caught something that sounds, it sounds reptilian almost. It's like, it's a growl, but it's like on my digital recorder. I don't know if I can upload EVP in YouTube. If
you put it with a picture, we might be able to.
I'll see if we can get it uploaded because it's good.
Yeah.
It's real good.
One of the things that I remember that I have on video, and maybe I can get it. Because y'all, it's been a few years since we were there, but they have this cage in the corner where there's pool tables and then the big bull is on the end. and it was the cash cage where you went to get, when it was gambling and shit all under the table, you would go get money there and exchange money, and it had this big vault in there. Vault. Did I say that right? Vault.
Vault.
Anyway, one of the girls was walking by, and I'm actually doing a pan around, and I'm watching her. I'm just filming her walking. And all of a sudden she gets past that and the door just opens up.
I remember
like
that.
Plain as freaking day. And I'm like,
remember that.
The door just opened up. It was wild.
Somebody actually just said, "Oh, I'm going in there," didn't they? I remember somebody walking in.
Yeah, I think it was Jamie. Just goes, I'll go in.
I'll go in. Love Jamie. Shout out Jamie.
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah, this is the stage. We had lots of flashlight activity on the stage.
We did.
We had some really good flashlight activity over there.
We had a lot of good stuff.
Y'all, okay, so we were talking about Johanna. She was actually, like I said, she was a performer, but she also did some other things at the club. But this was actually her real dressing room.
Yes.
And you see the roses back there on the bar. People leave roses and flowers for her as offerings.
Yeah.
But she
committed suicide down there in the basement.
Yeah.
In the dressing room.
Yeah. I can't, you know what? With what she went through, I can understand why she felt that way.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. So if you've ever watched Ghost Adventures, you know that Zach Bagans has been there also, and he became possessed, and Bishop Long performed exorcism on him as well. Of course, you know, they investigate a bit different than we do. They are provoking, and
yes, that's never going to happen.
No, you're never going to see us provoking.
Casper rolling.
Never.
Y'all have heard us talk about Bishop Long, but he actually gave us a warning for Bobby Mackey's.
He did.
We were going to Waverly Hills and we were going to Bobby Mackey's. Of both of those places, it was Bobby Mackey's that he said, "Don't go." I mean, his words were, "Don't go. Pass it on. Don't go there."
Yeah, he said, "Don't go." And he said, if you're determined to go, you have to listen to your gut. And if your gut tells you do not go in that building, don't go in that building. And my gut told me not to go back in the basement. That's why I didn't go down there.
And we did have a couple with us we love, Sharon and Mark Gilmore.
Yes.
And shout out to them. But they had an experience in Carl's room.
Yes.
We can't go into the details because we don't know them. They're private with Sharon and Mark, but I can tell you those two people never came back in the building. And this was probably the first 30 minutes of, we all got in, everybody picked their place to go, and they chose what's behind Lisa and Carl's apartment, which was upstairs. It wasn't 30 minutes. They came out, they left the building. That's it. End of story. That's it. To this day, we don't know what happened. We have to respect their privacy that, you know, they don't want to share. But y'all, it affected them, I'm going to say, for the rest of their life.
For sure.
I mean, it was something traumatic, and it actually affected Mark more than Sharon. But yeah, y'all, something went down big time. And that's also where Lisa had her experience.
I did, y'all. We were up here, and in this picture, the lights are on. But when the lights are off, it is darker than dark.
It is.
I mean, when I tell you, you can't see anything. And we were up here. We were just, everybody, you see these chairs, everybody was sitting around. And I was the only one standing. And y'all, my mom likes to watch us ghost hunt. She doesn't go with us, but she likes it. So I sometimes will go Facebook Live for my mom to be able to watch. And I had my mom on Facebook Live, and I'm standing up and I'm just recording with my phone. And I keep hearing like shuffling noise behind me. So what was behind me was the doorway to the apartment, which is right here. where it says go away with the arrows. And
Yeah.
that's the doorway. And right outside that door are the stairs that goes down. So my back was to that, and everybody was sitting. And I kept turning around because I kept thinking somebody came up the stairs and they're behind me, right? Well, we had a spirit box going, and the spirit box a couple of times had said leave. And of course we didn't, because why? I mean, we didn't come all this way just to leave.
Yeah.
And so
dumbasses, that's what we are.
Yeah. So we continued to do our little session, and finally, whatever wanted to get my attention just full on got my attention. I got grabbed on the arm, legit, like I felt like it was a real person's hand, and it grabbed me on the back of my arm, like, hey. And I said, remember I said to you guys, hey, it took me by total surprise. Like I'd never had that experience before, ever. And I was like, hey guys, I just got grabbed on the arm. This whole time I'm still Facebook Live. I'm just shaking her around. And my mom's like typing, what's going on? What's happening? And I remember saying to y'all, I just got grabbed. And right when I said that, the spirit box said leave. And I said, did that just say leave? And you were like, yes. And then it said demon.
It did. It did. It was wild.
Like, okay, that's it. Bishop Long told me, listen to my gut. It's time for me to go. I said, I'm going downstairs. I'm going to go. And I walked right outside that door, right to the top of the stairs. And I felt like somebody was right on my back. And I can't explain. This is the only way I know how to explain it. I did not hear this with my ears. I heard it with my head. And it said, take one more step and I'm pushing you down.
Yeah, that's scary shit.
You remember I came back in the room. I said, guys, I can't go down by myself. And Sally said, I'll go with you. And
I do remember that. You were freaked out.
I was freaked out.
Your face was like, said it all.
I was freaked out. Like I legit was scared. Like I was. But the weirdest part about it was I was scared, but I wasn't like in a panic, you know. I just knew that I needed to leave. And because guys, I'm an empath, and so I sense and feel things that somebody else might not. And so I was sensing and feeling things that I needed to go. And I felt like I felt like what grabbed me was not the demon. I honestly think it was Carl. And I think Carl was like, hey, you need to go. Like y'all shouldn't be here. You need to leave. So I got halfway down the stairs and Becky yells out to me and tells me, go find this person and they can spray you down with the holy water and stuff like that. We have like some spray that has sage and holy water and whatnot. Before I got down the bottom of the stairs, I was completely overwhelmed with emotion. I was crying uncontrollably. I was doing that, you know, when you're a kid and you get your ass whooped and you're like, you know, that's what I was doing. Yeah. I had that going on and I didn't understand why.
Yeah.
And when I got to the person that had the spray, she looked at me and she said, she grabbed me by my arms and she said, hey, those feelings that you're feeling, they're not yours. You're an empath just like me, and you and I need to leave the building. We walked out the front door of the building just like that. I was fine. Instantly. It
happens just like that. Sometimes you can go to those places and you have those feelings and emotion of the energy left behind, and you get out of it, and it's just like turning on a switch. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, I'm all better now. It's weird. It's really weird.
It was the strangest experience. I mean, I've had experiences with my being an empath before, but I was able to handle it and control it. This, I was not. Like it took me over where I was just completely, it was the most bizarre feeling I've ever experienced in all my years of paranormal investigating. Like, would I go back? Yeah.
Of course you would.
I would.
Yeah.
I'm crazy. I mean, it scared me. And when I said in the beginning of this video that it affected me for 2 weeks, it legitimately did. For 2 weeks, I couldn't sleep alone. After I got home, and my fiance Kirk, he typically falls asleep on the couch watching TV, and it's no big deal. I go to bed, right? No, I would go in there and try to go to sleep. I was freaking scared. And I'm not that person. I would literally get up and wake him up and say, you got to come get in the bed. I can't sleep in there by myself. I was scared of the dark. And I'm normally one of those people that I've got blackout curtains on my bedroom windows because I need it dark when I sleep.
Yes.
No, I was leaving the closet light on. I was leaving anything just to put a little light in the room.
It's a crazy, the place, y'all. So, well, we're running out of time. Any more highlights we want to hit so our listeners will know? If you're going to go, if you're going to
go,
do your protection prayers.
Absolutely do your protection
prayers. Must do your protection prayers, people. And we've talked about this before. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, smancy, hold hands, I have to tell this story. And forgive me for those who were on the tour that night. But we had a big group, and I was teasing them at the end of the night because we'd had a lot of stuff happen and they're all a little edgy. And so I'm like, look, we got to do our protection prayer. Oh, I'm evil. God is going to strike me down one of these days. And so as we're getting together, I tell them, look, we have to hold hands, we have to have strong energy and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to say the protection prayer for everybody. And I say, all right, we need to lift our right foot and stand on one leg.
No, Becky.
Swear to God, they all did it. Swear to God, they all did it. So we're all standing in a circle on one leg. And I said, okay, now you have to put your foot down and do the other leg. And they all did it. And it was just jacking with them, man. I'm like, how far can I take this? Take off your shirts. I don't know. Anyway, I apologize. Funny. There was like a big group. I would say 50 people that night. So I'm very sorry about that, but I couldn't resist.
No, you're not.
It's too easy.
No, you're not. All I'm going to say is God probably is going to strike you down. And I hope I'm not in the car with you.
I know. Next week, y'all could be talking to me through an EVP box. I don't know.
Y'all, she says that we legitimately have made code words for it. When we pass, if whoever's still living, we're going to contact
it's going down.
And we're only going to know it's for sure her.
Yeah.
If they say the code word. We have code words for the afterlife.
And it's not normal code words. It's not like you're going to hear get out. It's me, Becky. It's none of that shit. Like, no, when the word comes through, they're going to know. I'm going to know if they pass first. We're going to hands down know who it is.
Hands down know who it is. So y'all make code words with your loved ones.
Yeah. Yes, please. Right before they're about to pass, say, I need the code word.
Hey, give me the code word. The code word.
Make it a good one.
Real talk. When my dad recently had quadruple bypass surgery and he had some complications and stuff. I did before. Thankfully, I did tell him beforehand, but I told him, I said, look, before you go in to have this surgery, I need you to give me a code word just in case. And so he made up a code word too. So whenever anything happens to my pops, I'm going to know that it's him talking to me.
If I told my parents that, I'd be like, Mom, give me a code word that I don't know. She'd be like, F you. No.
F you. You'd be like, if that's what you say when you come through, I'll know what you do.
Giving the damn code words. All right, y'all. That's it for tonight. You guys have a good week. It's going to be good in the next few episodes. Well, it'll take us a little time to get to post up our road trip, but we're going to have some good stuff. So
we're going to have some good stuff. And y'all, serious business. If you decide to go to Bobby Mackey's, don't take this place lightly.
Yes.
You need to be aware of what you're getting into when you go. This is not one of those places that if you're an inexperienced ghost hunter, paranormal investigator, you need to save this one for when you get some more experience under your belt, because it is not one that you want to go to without knowing what you're doing.
That's very good advice. Yeah. Very good advice.
Yeah. And like she said, protection prayers, because honestly, we sat in the parking lot in our cars. Y'all, we sprayed our cars down.
Yeah. Like legit, the tires and everything. Like, you don't want shit coming home with you.
No, we sat in our cars saying protection prayers. Before we left, we asked to be protected on our journey back. We had an hour drive back to our location.
Yeah.
we asked for protection on that. And so real talk, Bobby Mackey, no joke.
Yep.
No joke.
Okay, clinksters. Just because I want to say clinksters. It
Yeah,
kind of sounds
clinksters.
like gangsters a little bit.
I mean, we are. We're like paranormal gangsters, right?
We're bad. We bad. We bad.
Okay, then. We bad. Bunk, bunk. So, yeah. So, thanks all you clinksters for listening, tuning in. Send us your pictures of your fancy glass.
Oh, do we have a picture from our listener that sent the little cute dog on the Bigfoot episode?
We do. I did not load it, but we will pop it in during editing.
Yes.
We do. Thank you, Jacqueline. What's her name?
Jacqueline.
Yes,
okay.
Thank you. She sent us a picture of her Sasquatch, is what she called it, and it's the cutest thing ever.
It's
so
a little
cute.
dog dressed up, y'all. So Jacqueline made our day, man. It was awesome.
You did. Little does she. Well, she knows because you got puppers that always like to make their appearance. So
yeah,
so
y'all see them back here all the time.
We'll pop a picture of Jacqueline's little pupper in there.
Yeah.
So.
All right, you guys like, follow, share, all the stuff that Lisa always says. And
yep, like, share, follow, and make sure to email us at oursideparanormal@gmail.com. And yeah, keep commenting too, because we do love it.
Because it's going up. I mean, we're slow and steady. We're like the little tortoise that wins the race. We'll get there. Sam and Kobe, we're coming after you, buds. We're coming. We're coming. We're gunning.
We're gunning for you.
We're old ass, but we'll get there.
We're moving slow, but we're coming. And seriously, guys, tell us what y'all want us to talk about, because we're just kind of going off of what we think you guys might want to hear, but we want to hear from y'all what you want to hear. So give us some ideas of what you would like to listen to, and we'll do it for you.
All right.
Because we're just those type of girls. So
well,
all right.
I think that's a wrap.
I think it is. So, as usual, y'all stay spooky.
Stay spooky. Yeah, there's my hands.
Mine are disappearing.
Ciao, everybody.